Welcome to the John and Heidi Show podcast.
John and Heidi.
Here's John and Heidi.
Today is a special day. Heidi, do you know what today is?
What is today, John?
I thought you'd never ask. It's Thursday, the 26th day of November. Today is Thanksgiving Day in America. It's also turkey-free Thanksgiving, National Day of Mourning, and National Cake Day, which I don't typically connect cakes with Thanksgiving. I would connect pies. Do you ever have cake with Thanksgiving, Heidi?
No. Well, no, I don't think so.
Wonder how today ended up being National Cake Day.
I don't know.
Like I said, I could see National
Every
Pie
day should be cake day, really, when you think about it.
Probably not. I agree with you, and so does my second chin. So
Yeah.
that's probably not a good thing. And I've got a Dear John letter. I actually posted this on Tuesday. I already got some great advice. If you would like to chime in with your advice, you can do that as well at facebook.com/John and Heidi Show. And you can hear my advice and Heidi's advice coming up in just a bit. Thank you for listening to the John and Heidi Show on a Thursday.
Addiction. It's not a pretty thing. Addiction can lead to many problems in your life. Addiction can drive away those who love you the most. And addiction can lead to the loss of jobs, relationships, and even your life. Don't let addiction tear your life apart anymore. Get the help you need to defeat addiction and put the pieces back together in your life. Learn more at timeforrehab.com. They want to help. Timeforrehab.com. That's timeforrehab.com.
Time now for surveys and studies and such, brought to you by bettercreditcards.com. A new study found that 1 in 4 people may have hearing damage, and they don't even realize it.
What?
So, yeah, exactly. I knew you were going to say that. I actually have that written in my notes. Heidi will say what? Or was the other thing. A new study, 1 in 4 people may have hearing damage. They don't even realize it. This is why it's important to
You
get
definitely do.
I don't either.
You do,
Okay,
and
maybe
you don't
a little
realize
bit.
it.
But this this is why it's important to get a hearing screening once in a while. And a new study found that a Roomba vacuum cleaner can be hacked so it can record the sounds in your house. What?
Shocker.
Who wants that? I thought it was really funny. We met a lady earlier this year. She said if the machines ever turn on us, I'm the first to go, according to my husband. And I said, why is that? She said, because I yell at my Alexa and I once kicked the Roomba across the room. I was like, yeah, you might
I'm very polite to my Alexa.
Me too. All right. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
Do you have a credit card? We'd like to help you get a better credit card. If you don't have any credit cards, we'd like to help you too. At bettercreditcards.com, we have credit cards that offer different things for different people. Some cards offer points. Some cards are designed to help you build your credit. Bettercreditcards.com wants to help you get a better credit card, no matter what you're looking for. See if we can help you find a better credit card at bettercreditcards.com. That's bettercreditcards.com.
This is your Brain on Drugs, brought to you by timeforrehab.com. As motorists drove past them on Saturday afternoon, a couple engaging in, we'll just say, a little, romantic time is what we're going to call it, because I don't want to say any of these words on the radio. It landed them behind bars. According to a felony criminal complaint, many drivers observed 39-year-old Amber Gormley and 30-year-old Sean McClelland as they tristed adjacent to the roadway in Largo near Tampa Bay. Tristed is what they called it. I'd never heard that word. But
You've never heard of tryst?
No, is that a bad
Ooh,
thing?
they had a tryst.
It's
it's like an affair. It's like a, that's...
I already read what it is. I know up here. Gormley and McClelland were spotted by police at 2:45 in the afternoon in an open area of a busy, like a highway, on the side of the road, doing exactly what you think they were doing. Charged with lewd and lascivious exhibition. How do you say that?
What was that?
Lascivious? Am I saying that right? Probably not. It's a felony. They got to go to jail. $10,000 bond. Also hit with a misdemeanor charge of possession of synthetic marijuana. Gormley's rap sheet includes convictions for theft, narcotics possession, obstruction, possession of drug paraphernalia, possession of burglary tools. So, busy guy. No, actually, that was her. Busy gal. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
John and Heidi.
Now, big screen, little screen, brought to you by ChannelSurferTV.com. Quentin Tarantino has signed a book deal with HarperCollins. I wonder what his book will be. Supposed to be a children's book?
Probably. That's kind of his genre.
No, it's not even close. Our son is a big fan of Quentin Tarantino. But the thing that's funny, do you know why Troy really likes Quentin Tarantino?
Why?
It isn't so much about the content
He's
of
a
the movies.
creative. It's the type of film that
Yeah,
he uses.
yeah, 'cause he was talking
and
to
the
me,
way
he's
he
like,
gets so creative.
You know, he used Panavision, first person to do that. You know, he used this type of film. You know, he did
Yeah.
this on 70 millimeter. I'm like, okay, what about the content of the movies? Well, that's good too. But I'm like, so you like him more because he uses film?
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, that's fine. Conan O'Brien is ending his late night talk show.
You know, I always kind of liked Conan. He
He's
just
kind of the
seems
underdog.
like yeah,
Like the ultimate underdog.
yeah, and he just is he seems like such a sweet
He
guy.
seems like a genuinely nice guy.
Yeah.
I watched a video recently of him and Kevin Hart and Ice Cube driving around in
Yeah.
a lift or something. That
I've
was kinda
seen
funny.
those.
28 years he's been doing this. His contract expires in June. He already said, I'm going to move to a weekly variety show instead of a daily thing, and it'll be on HBO Max. So there you go.
Okay. Well,
Big
good for
screen.
him.
Yeah, still be keeping himself, occupied anyway. Big screen, little screen. Brought to you by ChannelSurferTV.com.
At WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com, we help you get ready for all the fun holidays throughout the year with fun, silly, and just plain weird gift ideas for your friends. If you have a friend who has a bizarre sense of humor, we've got a gift for them. WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com posts a link to something that will make you smile each and every day. Whether you buy these weird gifts or not, it's worth checking out just for a smile. WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. That's WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com.
Now your scoop of the day, it comes your way, courtesy of TimeForRehab.com. A newly discovered sketch of Jesus Christ is believed to be a long-lost masterpiece of Leonardo da Vinci.
Oh, nice.
Can you imagine finding that? So they found this little sketch, and they're like, I think that this is from Da Vinci. Can you imagine what that's got to be?
I wonder
worth?
how they prove whether or not it is him.
He probably signed it in bottom right corner.
Yeah.
No, I have no idea. I'm not really sure how they do. A video of a 100-pound Great Dane, that's a giant dog, who happens to be scared of the owner's tiny little bunny as it runs around their house. The video has
cute.
gone viral. It's actually pretty adorable because you got a giant, huge dog. And
I love Great Danes, by the way.
Yeah.
I love
too.
them. They are gorgeous animals.
And they seem, when I don't know if graceful is the right word, but just like the way they move, everything about
they're just great. They're Great Danes.
Yeah, it is pretty cool. Yeah. And again, I don't know that graceful is the right word, but I don't know, just something neat about a Great Dane. A video of a cat in the UK has gone viral as well. This cat happens to use the toilet like a human. So the cat will sit on the toilet and then when done, flush the toilet.
Okay.
So that's something you don't see every day. But it's interesting, and that video has gone viral. And Megan the Stallion. Do you know who that is?
I do not.
Megan, Thee. Megan the Stallion told GQ magazine that Tory Lanez begged her not to snitch on him after he shot her in July. Do you know who any of these people are?
No.
I have no idea what I just read. It was in here. So it's news, and apparently it's in GQ magazine. I don't think they talk about just, folks. I think that they're famous, but I don't know who any of the people are. And Lil Wayne, I do know who Lil Wayne is. He was arrested in Miami on federal firearms charges, could face up to 10 years in prison if convicted.
Yeah.
And then this is a really interesting story. Elvis Presley. You just say that name. Almost every. You don't even need to say Presley.
Right.
You just say Elvis, and everybody knows who you're talking about. A pair of Elvis Presley's personal pants, like pants that he wore, are going up for auction with a starting bid of $300. And you know it's going to go for way more than that. But that's kind of cool. Would you want to own Elvis Presley's pants?
Not really.
I don't even know what you'd do
I
with
have
them.
no reason to
If you had
want to
a
own
place to put them, that'd be one thing. And then since today is Thanksgiving in the U.S. of A., I wanted to make sure we shared this. The CDC is encouraging people who are hosting Thanksgiving to refrain from singing and shouting because that spreads COVID more easily. They're also encouraging people to keep their pets away from visitors who do not live in the house. And I also read that you're supposed to turn on your ceiling fan and crank up the ventilation system because that's supposed to help. So none of this stuff makes sense to me, but I have a link to it. It's in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com.
Early to bed, early to rise makes you healthy, wealthy, and wise. This is a great quote from Benjamin Franklin. At InsuranceChicken.com, we know a thing or two about great quotes. We help people get great insurance quotes every day. It's super simple and free to find out if we can make you healthy, wealthy, and wise. Okay, I can't guarantee that, But I can assure you we'd love to help at insurancechicken.com. We want to help you pack out great deals on insurance. That's insurancechicken.com.
And it's time right now for
Dear John Letters.
All right, Heidi, I'm super excited to hear your answer for this because I think I know what you're going to say, but I kind of wonder if I know what you're going to say. Here we go. Dear John, our family has a Facebook group where we share little family things and stay informed on what everyone's up to. Last week, my youngest sister posted in the group that she wants to skip Christmas presents for one another this year. She lost her job a few months ago. She and her husband are getting by, but she said she didn't want the pressure of getting gifts this year. I asked my older sister if she'd like to team up with me and be a secret Santa to buy some things anyway. My older sister told me she thought that was a really bad idea since our younger sister specifically said she didn't want that. Should I still get something with no expectation of a gift in return? I think that's what makes the most sense. What do you think? Signed, Sad Sister. I bet there's probably several people who are going through something like this. And I know where my answer would go instantly, but I want to know, Heidi, what do you think?
I don't know if I would do that because then it's going to make them feel bad.
I would get something. Now, I thought for sure that's what you were going to say because Heidi's, there's a thing called a love language. Heidi's love language is giving gifts.
It is.
And if you don't know what a love language is, there are books out there that talk about it. And I remember reading this book a long, long time ago. And then when I met Heidi, I discovered, because I didn't really understand the whole love language of giving gifts. I'd never really done that.
Right.
Never really been a part of that. Growing up, we always had everything we needed.
Right.
We didn't always get everything we wanted, but we always had everything we needed. And I love my childhood. I wouldn't trade my childhood for anybody's childhood. You know, my older sister, my older brother, my younger sisters, everybody, I just wouldn't trade it for the world.
Right.
But we were never gift, again, because probably we didn't have the means to do it, but we were never really gift people as much. So when I met Heidi, and Heidi that's like her thing, and she's really good at it.
Yeah.
She's really good at it. So much like our mailman, our neighbors, some guy that walks his dog past her house. Hey, I wonder I just got you a gift here. And I was like, what? She's really good at that. So I thought for sure your answer was going to be, yeah, you do it.
But in a situation where they can't afford to, that's completely different. And they're saying, look, we can't afford to reciprocate, so we would rather not do anything. This is a request from them because that might be their love language as well. And if they can't afford to reciprocate, then that makes them feel bad. Being the gift giver that I am,
here's what I would do.
If I can't afford to give something back, it is actually very, very difficult to handle. Yeah.
But here's the thing I would say. In that situation, and if you're in that situation,
if you are going to do something for your sister that can't afford it, anyway, you give that to her in private. You don't do a gift exchange in front of the family.
Exactly, and that's exactly what I was going to say. And it doesn't need to be a public thing. Nobody needs to know other than...
Just say, I just want you to know I love you, and I know things have been tough, and here's something to make you feel better.
She doesn't even need to know it's from you.
To give gifts to the whole family in front of her, to still do a gift exchange, even though she said, I don't want to do that because we can't afford to participate, that's a really bad idea.
I agree completely with that. But here's what I would do. If you are in a position to be a blessing, I would love it also if your sister would be open to being blessed. And that's really hard for some people. I'm a giver. It's really hard for me to ask for help.
Yeah.
Really hard for me to ask for help. And that's something I learned. I need to be better at being open to that. So if your sister, maybe she is one that usually is the giver, and now she's going, I'm not in a position to do that, so I just don't want to participate. Again, I'm not saying that you do it in front of a whole family, and I don't even think you need her to know who it is. Write a nice letter saying, you know what, you are an amazing person who you give. In your time of need, I'm your secret Santa. Don't even ask who it is. It doesn't matter who it is. This is a blessing from your secret Santa, a blessing from God, a blessing from whoever, the entire world that you give to all the time. It's time for you to receive. Yeah. I don't know. That's how I would do it, but... I thought for sure you'd be the gift giver out of this deal.
not when a gift is supposed to make someone feel good, not feel horrible. And this suggestion from her tells me that it would make her feel bad if you move forward.
In their time of need, this is when they need help more than ever.
They need help, not gifts. Okay, that's a completely different thing. The
gift could be gift cards. The gift could be things that could help. So I don't know. Would you like to chime in with your advice? You see, we're on the same page. Calm down, Heidi. She's packing up her stuff. Whoa, where are you going? If you'd like to chime in and see other advice from sane people, you can see all of that at facebook.com/JohnandHeidiShow.
Addiction. It's not a pretty thing. Addiction can lead to many problems in your life. Addiction can drive away those who love you the most. And addiction can lead to the loss of jobs, relationships, and even your life. Don't let addiction tear your life apart anymore. Get the help you need to defeat addiction and put the pieces back together in your life. Learn more at timeforrehab.com. They want to help. Timeforrehab.com. That's timeforrehab.com.
Time now for a news headline from somewhere in this world, Dateline France. Police in London say $7 million in Apple products were stolen in a highway robbery, Heidi. The driver was tied up while the truck was emptied out. $7 million in Apple products. So
Okay, you said Dateline France, and then you said London. That is not in France.
Police in London say. Oh, yeah. Dateline England. What did I say?
France.
Dateline England. Thank you, Heidi.
You're welcome.
It happened in London, England.
Okay.
Not in London, France.
Yeah.
It's a whole different place.
Yeah.
That $7 million in Apple products were stolen in a highway robbery.
Yikes.
It's like 9 iPads. All right. Thanks for listening to a news headline from somewhere in this world. Even I'm confused.
Do you have a credit card? We'd like to help you get a better credit card. If you don't have any credit cards, we'd like to help you too. At bettercreditcards.com, we have credit cards that offer different things for different people. Some cards offer points. Some cards are designed to help you build your credit. Bettercreditcards.com wants to help you get a better credit card, no matter what you're looking for. See if we can help you find a better credit card at bettercreditcards.com. That's bettercreditcards.com.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Research indicates that eating late at night damages your memory. Also, eating late at night damages your memory. Did I mention that eating late at night
And that's,
damages your memory?
that's unfortunate because that's when I usually,
Snack.
I do really well all day long.
And it's like,
all day long.
Sounds
And
really
then
good.
9:30,
Yeah.
my
I don't know if
willpower
that's
just
late at night.
snaps.
I don't know how late at night is, but
It's not supper time. It's like,
Yeah,
it's
probably.
evening snacking is when I...
Well, according to this, research indicates eating late at night damages your memory. Now you know. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
At WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com, we help you get ready for all the fun holidays throughout the year with fun, silly, and just plain weird gift ideas for your friends. If you have a friend who has a bizarre sense of humor, we've got a gift for them. WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com posts a link to something that will make you smile each and every day. Whether you buy these weird gifts or not, it's worth checking out just for a smile. WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. That's WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com.
Now some weird news brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. Microsoft has issued an unusual safety warning for owners of the new Xbox Series X, asking gamers to please avoid blowing vape smoke into the console. They issued the warning last Wednesday, less than 24 hours after the new system was released. It says, "We can't believe we have to say this, but please do not blow vape smoke into your Xbox Series X."
So within 24 hours, they had enough people do
Apparently,
damage to their machine by
the tweet
blowing smoke.
Comes as videos crop up across social media showing smoke billowing from the $600
Wow.
consoles. Users sharing the footage claim the new Xbox has problems with overheating and could catch fire. However, the videos reportedly are fake. Twitter users pointed out that if one were to turn off their Xbox Series and smoke a vape into it, vapor soon rises out of the console, just like you see in the videos. So they're saying, no, this isn't real, this is fake. But then they're on there going, please don't even try to fake it because you're going to ruin something.
Yeah, you're going to break it.
Yeah, the whole thing is just bizarre. Thanks for listening to today's Weird News, brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com.
John and Heidi.
Time now for your moment of duh, brought to you by timeforrehab.com. According to Goose Creek Police in South Carolina, a man is in custody, and this is the funniest thing, when he wore the same shirt to court that he wore to steal packages off a porch.
Okay.
First picture of the man in a green North Face shirt posted to the Goose Creek resident Facebook group, claiming he'd stolen packages from the porch of this Oaks subdivision. He says, "Beware of this porch pirate," and went on to say the man pictured had stolen packages from a couple of different porches. Anyway, when it was finally time for this to go to court, he walks into the courtroom wearing the same shirt. And the police department says, well, sometimes people actually do make our job easy.
Well, was he trying to say it wasn't him?
Police have not yet released the man's identity or what charges he faces. I'm not sure. And it says the next day he went into court. So I don't know if he was in court for something completely different. I don't know. I'm a little bit confused about that because you wouldn't get to court the next day. Facebook went into court the next day wearing the same shirt. I don't know.
Either way.
Yeah, he wore a shirt, stole some packages, wore the same shirt into court. That's the moment of duh. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
Early to bed, early to rise makes you healthy, wealthy, and wise. This is a great quote from Benjamin Franklin. At InsuranceChicken.com, we know a thing or two about great quotes. We help people get great insurance quotes every day. It's super simple and free to find out if we can make you healthy, wealthy, and wise. Okay, I can't guarantee that, but I can assure you we'd love to help at InsuranceChicken.com. We want to help you pack out great deals on insurance. That's InsuranceChicken.com.
Time now for fake news or Florida. Heidi, tell me, is this a true story from the great state of Florida, or is it fake news made up to trick you and amuse me? Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Fake news or Florida. A Hollywood, Florida sheriff was charged with indecent exposure after driving with no pants to pick up his wife from a bar. Fake news or Florida?
I'll say Florida.
And you are incorrect this time. Yay! Mark one down in the column for John and crew. By the way, I'm giving you a bonus today for helping me trick Heidi. It's been a while. You've been really good. You've been kind of on a roll lately.
Yeah,
You've done very well.
Right.
So I'm going to double my what I give my people, which is nothing. 0 times 2 is
I
still
could see
0.
somebody going to pick someone up at a bar with no pants because you get a call late at night.
Yeah, I could see it.
And you're like, whatever, I'll be there in 5 minutes, but I'm not getting out of the car. So I can see how that would happen.
Everybody's going to be calling you for rides now. Thanks for listening to Fake News or Florida on the John and Heidi Show.
John and Heidi.
This portion of the John and Heidi Show is brought to you by the John and Heidi Show. That sounds kind of funny, but it's true. Go to your local radio station and ask them to start carrying the John and Heidi Show. Here's the best part. They can carry the show for free. They play a couple commercials, but it doesn't cost them anything every month. So if you know a radio station that could use a little bit of help, send them our way. Send them to johnandheidishow.com. Again, johnandheidishow.com. We would love to do a radio program in your community. Then you could listen to the podcast and listen to us on the radio.
John and Heidi.
We always like to wrap things up around here with good news, and I think this is good news. It comes your way courtesy of bettercreditcards.com. And today, all across America, people are celebrating Thanksgiving, and it's a day to be thankful for a lot of different things. And, you know, the thing that's tough is I have so many good stories to share, but which one do you share on a day like this? I think this is just a really cool story every day of the year, but today maybe even a little more, because here's a headline. Sister and brother meet for the very first time with help from a retired law enforcement officer. This happened in Atlanta, where a woman said, "I've filled a hole in my heart," after meeting her biological brother, who she had seen but had never met. But she knew that he was out there for like the last 14 years. Lindsay Henderson spent most of 2020 looking for her brother. She made a Facebook post explaining that her brother, Daniel Williams, was taken by Tennessee Department of Children's Services back in 1993 and then later adopted. She said, I knew about my birth brother for 14 years. Her older brother, Jason, passed away 4 years ago, battling addiction. Her desire was to connect with Daniel all along, but then when that happened, she's like, I really, really want to connect with him. It was something that he and I had always discussed, trying to find our younger brother. And I sort of have a little hole in my heart, she said. Well, within 24 hours of making the post, Henderson said a retired Shelby County Sheriff's lieutenant reached out and offered to help. He just offered to kind of help at no cost. And within 48 hours of contact, he had a name for me. And I found him on Facebook. And I said, "Hi, I'm your sister." Henderson learned about his adoptive family, Mike, and on Sunday, the long-lost siblings met for the very first time. "Emotions cannot describe how happy I am to have a big sister," he said. "And she lives in Tennessee. I've got a big brother, but a big sister, that's a different story. So exciting." So it's really, really cool.
That is cool.
On a day when people get to celebrate family, I thought that was just a really good news story to share. I have a link to it, by the way. It's in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com. Time to say goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, everybody. Have a great day. Thank you for listening to the John and Heidi Show. And I want to tell you, both Heidi and I are very thankful for you.